Hello, hello everyone. I hope you're all having a lovely time zone, wherever it may be. Yeah, we're going to, yeah, I'm going to be playing Genshin again, because you can't stop me. Yeah. I don't have much else to say other than that, so let's just get into it. I have a cat yelling in the background. That's fine.
One, two, three.
Also, I totally didn't finish,
Two,
just finish
two,
Kokomi's storyline. It's fine.
four.
Because I totally didn't realize that we needed another story in order to continue the Archon quest. And in order to do that, we needed Kokomi's. I needed Kokomi's thing. If you're wondering what storyline we needed this, guys. We need Ito's. But I don't have a key. So we'll see how far we can get. Wait, what does this one need exactly? Should be good. Should just be that.
Hey,
So we're just gonna get straight into Canadian Ether's story. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, I hope you all are having a lovely time zone, by the way. I don't know, my brain go burr. My brain has been everywhere.
Faster? Okay, faster.
My brain see things and say, ooh, cool, and then my brain go, no. It also thinks of really interesting topics that I could talk about, but then it also go, no. My favorite Canadian Genshin characters, yes, yes.
First set foot on Inazuma. So many things have happened since then.
As if in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, we've definitely made some progress on our journey.
Mm-hmm.
So, where should we go today?
Let's go to your mom's. Wait a moment.
Huh? What's up?
Wait a minute. I think I left my consciousness in the 6th dimension. Be careful.
Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Paimon, like, you can fucking talk. You aren't doing shit to help. Sorry, unless I see Paimon doing fucking damage to characters, Paimon gets no say in shit. What?
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all?
No.
Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue.
What is with that sword? Can I have the sword?
Have you ever
I want
met
the sword.
someone by
Give me
the
the
name of
sword. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Kaedehara Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision.
Why are you looking for him?
That's none of your business.
Alright, then I'm not gonna tell you shit.
Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem?
I also
Coming
like the
around
sword, I
here
want it.
waving that weird
Gimme,
sword
gimme.
in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha.
Very smart. For once.
Hey! Don't be mean! I'm smart lots of the time! Anyway,
Yeah, only when it comes to
just
food,
be
though.
on the safe side, we should go find Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back.
Actually, I have a hunch.
Oh? What kind of hunch?
I think this guy may have a special connection to Kazuha.
A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other?
I I feel like their fighting styles are kind of similar. Not to mention the sword looks badass, meaning he has a
maybe
clear
a
connection to the
little.
character.
But
But
then
you know,
again,
what do I
most
know?
people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything.
That's not true.
Anyway,
But
there's
okay.
no time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger. Paimon heard that the Crux
I have a
fleet is
feeling
stocking
Kazuha
up in
already
Rito
knows
at the
as well,
moment.
just by the way.
Let's look for him there.
Kazuha definitely already knows that this guy's after him. Alright. Yes, hi, Coder. How are you, buddy? Yeah? Yeah, what's up, Coder? What? Ay, ay, ay. Come here, Coder. Yeah, what are you doing? What am I doing? I don't need to go like that. I can go like this. There we go. That's not Kazuha. Who are you? You're not Kazuha. But I'll talk to you.
Hey!
Come here, Coder.
Hello? Do you know where Kazuha is?
He's probably at your mom's place.
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
Uh-oh. That's not good. 2.
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run.
goodbye.
This time, as soon as we
Coder
entered the
didn't
harbor, we
want to
ran
hang
into
out
a
with me, and now I'm
huge
sad.
crowd of Inazumans,
It's fine.
all of them wanting to know about Kazuha.
Mm-hmm.
If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most
wonder
of the
what
time.
Kazuha did.
In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
No, that's Kazuha. That sounds like him.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did?
I've heard bits
Bro,
and
in the
pieces.
background is like,
Something
they're
about
talking
him
shit
blocking the
about
Raiden
some guy.
Shogun's
I
Muso
know
no
it.
Hitotachi. Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
You could compare it to the technique Beto used to strike down. My brain says Hassan, but I don't think that's how you pronounce that, but that's how I'm going to pronounce that.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes
Hayasan?
sense.
Hassan? I don't know.
In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Oh
Just a
yeah,
little while ago, this would
He's
have been
Canadian.
completely unimaginable.
he's also very respectful, and he shows respect for respect. The shogunate probably wants to show some goodwill. After all, the Raiden shogun's mindset has changed.
Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
All right then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
Good luck. Where are we going? Oh, the Tenryo Commission's headquarters. Okay. Also, fuck the Fatui. Also, I love Kokomi. I just finished her storyline. I love her so much. She makes me so happy as like a human being. Just look at her, I'm like, oh, it's Kokomi. Kokomi makes me so happy. She's such a sweet and innocent person, and I love her very, very much. Oh, there he is.
Oh? It's you.
Tick, 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 tick. Hi.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation.
Oh, hell yeah.
We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the shogunate. Your
Ooh.
hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful.
Oh, let's fucking
The
go.
Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions
Let's
that have built up
fucking
over
go.
the years. The Tri-Commission has made the
Go.
recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
I've heard a thing or two.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the almighty shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato
I
clans
keep
were held
hearing
accountable
this.
for lax
Snezhnaya.
oversight
I
and
want
entered
to
a
see
period
it.
of great turmoil.
Let me go.
We
Genshin?
later learned that the whole
Please.
misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame
Genshin,
to the
please let me go.
Kamisato and Kaidahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding
Kaidahara.
contribution to Inazuma,
Kaidahara,
the almighty
huh?
shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past.
Ooh.
In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters.
No, that's
We
fair.
trust you can understand why this was necessary.
I can.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the almighty shogun and the shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
Uh-oh.
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice.
Do we?
With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your
Ooh.
wanderings will finally come to an end.
Ooh.
You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City, with the almighty
Okay, but
shogun's
what if he likes
blessing
wandering?
and full support of the shogunate.
What if
I
he's
have
like
grown
wanderer?
accustomed to
What
life
if he
among
likes
the
wandering?
elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood.
That makes sense.
I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense
All
some
right, that's
hesitation
fair.
in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Oh. That might go
Malicious
good.
rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaidahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no
Goddamn.
Hitatachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the
don't
idea that Mr.
stroke his
Kaidahara
ego
really
too much
parried
there,
the Shogun's
Paimon.
strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result,
That's
also
true.
that Kaidahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What?
No, that's fair.
That doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail.
That's
and
not-
Kazuha still looks fine.
Paimon, that's
That is
not how
correct.
that works.
However, to some
You-
people,
you
the idea of a
turns
single
you
person
old and
wielding
frail,
two
it
elements at
doesn't-
once is a
Paimon.
more inconceivable notion still.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion,
I agree with
no
this.
matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the
I
shogunate
agree.
is willing to publicly support
I agree
me,
with that. I don't like being
this situation
public,
will blow over more quickly.
like main public. I like
This
to
is
stay in my little
precisely
corner.
why I encourage you to
Like,
give
just
our
please,
offer some
please
serious
leave me.
thought. It
Please leave
stands
me
to
be.
benefit
I
all
would
of
love to
us.
stay in my little corner. If I get recognition,
Please allow
okay,
me some
cool,
time to
great. I'm
consider.
happy about that,
In
but
fact,
like,
let us put this
let
discussion
me stay in
on
my
hold
little
for the
corner,
moment.
please and thank you very much.
Well then, what brings the two of you here?
You see, I came to ask you
We
about your
nearly
mother,
forgot about the most important thing.
and also to say I'm sorry to my fellow Canadian for making so
Why
many of your
would
mom
such
jokes.
a dangerous individual be looking for me?
Could it be because could it be someone you trained with under the same master?
No. This puzzles me as much as it does you.
Interesting.
My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing.
He's
We
got a
undergo rigorous
bro.
training to standardize every motion the blade is put through,
He's got
so
a
that
brother.
each can be fairly assessed for quality.
He's got a brother chat.
Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara sword art, focused on blade
Either that
testing,
this person's gonna
but with
end
a
up
full repertoire
being
of
a
combat
ghost of
forms.
like a parent or something,
Those
but I
forms are
highly,
quite
highly
different
doubt
from the more
that.
practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. so it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the
I
more
know.
reason to watch your back. This guy was a serious nutcase.
Paimon, we don't
Indeed.
talk like that in
He
this
sounds
house.
highly aggressive.
He was not crazy.
Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
No need.
Thank you. I must say, I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer.
I want another animal character so that I don't have to
first join the
rely on
traveler
the
in
fucking
investigating
traveler
the one who
for my
attacked her.
animo shit.
Then give you a conclusive answer
Like,
upon my
please,
return.
can I just...
Very well. Please stay safe.
Can I just have
Come on.
another animo character?
Let's go and track
I
down
have
your
literally
aggressor.
a bunch of other characters. I have a bunch of Geo. I have a bunch of Fire
Detective
and
Agency knows
Cryo.
the most about what goes
Just
on
let
in
me
hell.
have an animal character, please. I don't even care what animal character it is at this point. I just want another animal character that's not the traveler. It's like, goddamn. It'd sure be great to have another animal character that I can
there.
rely on
We'd
to
like
do
to ask
animal
you a quick
shit.
question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For
Nod,
Kaidahara
nod.
Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an
Hello.
honor to finally meet you
I
today.
banged my knuckles.
You are too kind.
It is fine.
We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
You would?
You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him.
I'm talking about
To
him
be
as
honest
if
with
he's not
you,
in front
our
of me right
detective
now.
agency has recently been
Why?
receiving
I
many
don't know,
inquiries
but
from
he is
people
certainly
wishing
an
to
interesting
obtain Mr.
character, and he is
Kaidehara's
the talk of the
personal
town.
information. Some of them were
Don't mind
offering us
me, I'm
millions of
adjusting my
mora just to
chair.
gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Songo would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions of mora?
Oh, no.
Whoa. Oh, wait. Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases.
Uh-oh.
We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it.
I was about to say. Sounds like a
Sorry,
bad
I
business.
got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is,
business.
it doesn't surprise me that a complete
Yes,
stranger is
bit-
looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as
I like those little
particularly
fox statues
unusual?
in the background. I want them.
The Tenryou Commission
Never
had
mind.
very few leads. and
They're gone
I
now.
thought you might have some information from different sources.
Like your mother
It's true
said.
that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets.
My chair is so
But
squeaky.
typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense. Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
This is most likely true. It was also not easy for me to fight him off. Is this your way of giving praise?
I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim,
Aw,
this would be a
he's
completely
giving me a
senseless
good old
crime.
pound of back.
Don't worry. We'll find him.
Aw. take us to your
It
igloo.
seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same concern for
Shelby.
your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly
What's
raise
up,
your
Shelby?
blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me.
I am
Truth
flattered.
be told, I don't know quite what came
Come
over
sit,
me
Shelby.
in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I
Yes, hi, Shelby.
completely understand your concerns.
She is
I will
just
try my
looking
best to
at
gather
me.
whatever
she wants,
leads I
She
can.
looks like she wants up, but she
Oh,
can't tell what if she does actually.
There was one strange incident over the last few days.
Oh?
It doesn't involve an attack, though.
Oh?
Let me tell you about it just in case.
Okay.
Sure.
I thought
During
I was
times
gonna
like
cut
this,
the black
more
there, but you
information
know
we
what?
have,
It's
the
fine.
better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time.
Oh?
One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma.
I'm
Now
a Noma
there's a
Yuma.
familiar name.
I'm a yum yum yum. I'm a
Right.
skim yum yum yum.
Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. 2 grown
Amenoma.
men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps
Oh.
he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this
Hi.
man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack
Shelby.
me.
Thank you for putting your ass in my face. It's great. For those unaware, Shelby is my cat. Or is one of my cats. Yes, hi, Shelby. Are you gonna jump down, or are you gonna just, do you want to come sit? Would you like to sit, Shelbs? Yeah? No? Hold on. Is this better for you, Shelby? Would you like that? Is that better for you? Will you be happy with that? Shelby, you gotta come sit. You gotta come sit if you want to make biscuits. Biscuits requires sitting. Shelby, you can't sit on my desk. You have to come sit, hon. Thank you. Let's consider this a favor for Riju.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji.
You
We'll
gotta
start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
There you go.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving
Now I
shortly
have a Shelby.
myself.
Now I have a fluffy ginger kitty sitting on me. Now I am happy. And she's purring. It's not gonna pick up on mic, but what? What'd you say, boy? You don't sell me good shit. I don't know why I looked at you. Sir, talk to me.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara Kazuha,
Oh,
what brings you here today?
You two know each other?
Man, my brain is just everywhere today. I
Yes,
am
the
in a mood
Kaedehara
today.
and
Why am I
Amenoma
in a mood?
clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there
can
have
tell
always
you.
been deep links between the 2 clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
Riding Gokaden?
Let me
Gokaden?
quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmithing arts in Inazuma.
Oh?
The techniques of blade making were personally
I am
bequeathed to the
just
Raiden
not
Gokaden
there.
by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen.
Well, these might
Unfortunately, a
seem
series
like
of events
very
led to the gradual
lively.
decline of many clans in
The
the
way that the
bladesmithing
cutscenes
trade.
work and like the framing
Today,
and stuff.
Only the Amenoma
Man,
clan
my
has kept its art
character is
alive.
just not there.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each
there
had
you go.
our specialties.
Sorry.
And just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water
Oh,
as it
interesting.
turns stone to sand. There is
Oh,
nothing
cool.
mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in
Tongue.
and day
Tongue.
out, until
Tongue.
both body and mind have
Tongue.
memorized the craft,
Tongue.
turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan,
I need to do more
I
research
believe
into
it's
like
called the Ishin art.
Japanese,
That's right.
like culture
Ishin
and
art
such.
strives for
and
complete
whatnot.
harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a
Also,
blade
I had a
thus
really cool
forged
idea of
can
what we could
capture and
do
convey
for
its
a stream
maker's
at one
thoughts
point.
and feelings,
And I think I
and
might go
eventually
through
become
with
an
it.
extension of its wielder's
But I
will.
need to get
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You
I need to get
without
like a
doubt,
base set
the
up and
most
ready.
worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan.
Oh,
But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our
let's
visit
get back
today
to
is
what
to
we were
gather some
talking about
information on your missing
5
nephew.
minutes ago.
We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
right.
My
I'm
nephew.
dumb.
I reported the
This
case
is
to the
fine.
Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far.
Oh,
He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryo Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
yeah.
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I
Oh,
believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse, and neither of them came back.
a fire?
Yes. Strange, isn't it?
God
I
damn,
wonder
the
what
heat,
could have caused
the
it.
heat there must have been intense.
Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
I wonder what sparked that situation.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon.
I'll have to
Otherwise,
ask those people a bunch of
there would have
questions
been
later.
no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense
What?
even the most
What, you-
minute differences in
Alright,
blade
cool, I'm done.
quality. He is extraordinarily talented
Puns,
in
my
martial arts,
beloved.
particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable.
Oh,
The person we are looking for,
is your
he
mother. You
attacked
see.
this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind.
Aw,
He has never gotten into a fight before.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find
see,
him,
I am just an
please
old
let me know
man.
as soon as possible.
I don't know shit.
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
We will need to get the info from the Nagato family.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
You know, there's a joke in there I could make. But I don't know if I want to make it. Would it be funny? Probably. I think it's funny, but I don't want to make it. I don't really want to make it. I'm sure it's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing could go wrong. Right? Yeah, I'm sure everything's fine. Nothing could ever go wrong. Oh, I thought she was crying. Also, that reminds me, Chat, guess what? I finally hooked up my PlayStation account. And it gives you this really cool fucking sword. It only works when you're on the fucking PlayStation. Which is a load of bullshit, if you ask me. But it's like really fucking effective. You also... I don't think I've actually changed the travelers. But you also get these sick-ass wings. I mean, like, look at them. Look how cool that fucking is. It's so fucking cool. Like, look how sick it is. The blue, like, the blue details. God damn. It's so fucking cool. Outfit is only available on PlayStation. Ah! Fuck you. Wait, what is... Wait, what is... Hold on. What is Chi-Chi's then? Because I changed Chi-Chi's to that. Oh. How dare they? Apparently you only get it when it's on PlayStation, which is like bullshit if you ask me. It's a load of BS. I don't know how to get Aloy or whatever. I think they were only a limited time character.
We cannot afford to pay what we owe right now.
Hmm?
My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, it's okay. We're not here.
You misunderstand us.
It's okay, bitch.
We are
not
here
there
to
for
help
that.
with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again.
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
Yeah, Aloy was a limited time.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me.
Animated?
I knew nothing about the items myself, but
Aww.
seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made
passionate
him,
about shit.
I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? What happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them.
Hello, MJ. Hope you're having a lovely
expenses
time
really
zone wherever it
spiraled out
may
of
be.
control
Yes,
when he
we are
started getting
doing
interested in weapons.
Canadian
It
boys
was awful.
story this time.
There were days when he'd spend hours down
it
at
is
the
one of the
warehouse
few
admiring his
that we
weapons,
need
even as debt collectors were descending upon
to
our
continue
house.
the Archon quest.
He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them.
There's another one that we need,
like
and I completed the other one
trance.
the story before it.
I'm
so
happy
it's
he
whatever.
has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum.
Uh-oh.
I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Damn, bitch.
Oh.
I might have only got a glimpse
that
of
led
that.
to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I
Oh, wait,
never
Kara
would have
takes the
dreamed of
kids.
threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink.
You know,
After
I
said
get where
those
she's coming from
words, he
because
froze.
he's
He was
literally using all
silent
his
for a
stuff
long
to
time.
make his collection.
When he finally spoke, he
He's using
awkwardly
all
mumbled
his
that he would
money
pick out a
to
few items
make
to sell. His
his
voice
collection
was so
grow
meek
bigger.
and pitiful that I felt an urge to take
So if he's not going to
everything
spend it on
back.
like food
But
or
then
like
what?
rent or anything like that,
If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
if he's not going to like spend it to make kids, spend it to make kids, spend it to like take care of his kids, then I can see why she would want to take them. Because he obviously is not going to be able to take care of them. So it's important to set boundaries. I think she did the right thing in this one. Divorce and Genshin? No way, canon. I think in this case, she did the right thing.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament.
Yeah, but if she...
And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses.
But
or
if she
he was
didn't say,
simply
like,
angry
no,
with me.
it's either
The next
the
thing I heard
things,
was that our
or
warehouse
it's
had caught
literally
fire,
your family,
and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see.
then I don't... Then,
I
like, she
understand.
did the right thing.
Ame no Yuya came to purchase a
Because
weapon
clearly,
from Mr. Nagato.
his stuff, his collection
During
was
the
more
sale,
important
a
than his
fire broke
own
out at the
fucking
warehouse,
family.
and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed
So,
they must
like,
have gotten into
damn.
an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so
Aw.
it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
He sounds like a nice man.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
Maybe.
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down.
Maybe he burned down
Perhaps
with
he's
the
too
warehouse.
afraid to come home now that all his
I love
collectibles have
that
been
none
lost
of the
in the fire,
possibilities that cross
and he's got
people's
no
minds
way
is
to pay
also
off
that
our
they're dead,
debts.
by the way.
Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new
That's a
leaf,
good mom.
I know we can work
This lady
things
reminds
out.
me of my own mother.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to
The
this
man
situation
doesn't,
than
not
meets the eye.
like a single fucking
If
bit, but like,
collecting things
the
is
man
a
doesn't
habit
remind
that
me of my
Mr.
dad at all,
Nagato
but
had his whole life,
this woman
it is
reminds me
quite
of my
unusual
mother.
for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ame no Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little confusing.
What gave you that hint?
A little confusing. More like completely mystifying.
Ooh.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned.
Okie dokie.
Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Okay, but what if we don't get him home?
Based on the information we've gathered so far,
Wait,
I
so
can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men
Hold on.
was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance.
how did we get to the spot? Because in order to do that, we would need to start the lady. If we walked away, so we would have had to walk down. Is my mouse being captured? Hold on. This will be easier to explain if my mouse is being captured. My mouse is not being captured. Okay. This will be easier to explain. Oh, once I capture my mouse. Just give me a quick sec. Capture mouse. Okay, cool. Alright. So. We would have had to start here. We would have to start at the lady. We would walk down. But then we walk down the stairs. Which means we either went around the entire area just to come back up over here. Just to end up here. Or we came over here, climbed the wall, and pretend like we were walking. I'm sorry. What? What is this? You know what? It's fine.
The fire at the warehouse likely played a
I'm
part
sure
in
it's
how
fine.
the situation unfolded,
Immersion.
though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Your mom.
Well, Paima was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and, nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while.
What the
Over
fuck
to
is
you.
with... What is happening to my shit? Hold on. Okay, never mind. Apparently I'm just gonna capture my cursor from now on. Otherwise... that's not what I meant to do. Immersion. They must have had an argument during the sale. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the truth. We're still missing crucial information. So, this is what I think happened. The collector, went to meet the other guy who was willing to buy his shit. What happened is that I think both of them didn't know that the fire was going to happen. Somebody else came and set the area on fire. Or the warehouse on fire. And that's what happened. Or at least that's my estimation. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the truth. I don't think the fire was used to hide anything.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely
we're
that
missing a
piece
bunch of
the
pieces.
puzzle. Working off what we know so far, there are too many things that don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr.
Checking us into
Nagato
full-on
is
mysteries,
introverted.
like
and
how we
passive.
teleport from one place to another.
Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire.
Exactly.
The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there?
This also doesn't seem connected to the case of the attacker.
Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing
because
feature of the
teleporting is
attacker, namely
main
that he is
mystery.
principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
All over Tibet.
Darn!
Yeah, but we weren't at a statue.
Birds with one stone here, but at this
We
rate,
didn't even
it's
teleport to a
starting to look like a
waypoint.
wild goose chase.
It's not even a waypoint over there.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go
Nagato.
now?
Where have I heard
Let's
that
head
name
out of the
before, by
city
the
and
way?
check out the warehouse.
I've heard that name somewhere
There's still
before.
a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Kazuha is the
Faster?
waypoint. No, that's a good
Okay,
point.
faster.
Are you gonna say anything, Catherine? You gonna say anything? You gonna say anything? You gonna reboot? You gonna error? Thank you.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Now we may continue. Ignore me teleporting right now.
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Damn. Ominous in
This
the...
must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down
Damn,
that
what's
vision
with
thief
the
at
Catherine
Beto's
slander?
tournament, so...
Listen, if Catherine fucking was just a nice robot I don't know, Catherine was the first one that came to mind, because every time I pass her, she's like, error, or rebooting. And it's like, I get it, Catherine, you're a robot now, yes, whatever, blah da dee da. But goddamn, can you stop, like, rubbing it in my face? Like, okay, cool.
Now I'm
I didn't
picking
even
up a
read that,
strong
it's fine.
scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
It smells like my mom's cooking.
But there's nothing here.
Wow, not even the NPCs.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in.
Let's go.
It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami.
Tatarigami.
Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Tatarigami. Door.
So it's an underground warehouse.
Bunker.
The force is definitely coming from down below.
The Force!
The source of the
What is he, a
Tatarigami
fucking
energy
Jedi?
has long since left this
The
place.
Force is strong with
But
my
the
maple
residue it
man.
left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration,
What color do you think
I would have to conclude
a
that
Canadian
the
lightsaber
Tatarigami
would be?
source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself
Because I'm
alone.
very interested.
It could
Now,
well
what
be
color
that
would
he
a,
was
would
already
a
under the
Canadian
influence
Jedi's
of the
lightsaber
Tatarigami
be?
energy at that time.
Because it wouldn't be red, because red is for Sith. Or red is for dark side users. Surely someone would have noticed.
From what I've been
Teal?
told, Tatarigami does not
Oh, what
turn
does
all
teal
upon
mean
whom
again? I
it
can't
preys
remember
into
teal.
violent monsters. But most will develop a stubborn streak
I
upon
know
being
that-
exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions.
Like,
Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin
saber,
with.
color.
The influence of Tatarigami could
meanings.
explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down
Cry.
and take a look?
That's what we do.
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside.
Damn, man, that's dangerous. Oh no,
we
I'm
don't open
totally
this
paying
door, we can
attention.
move
I'm
no
not looking
closer
up
to
what
the
the
truth.
different colors of
You needn't
lightsabers
worry.
mean.
Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. So, in the end, it was just a scare. That's what I thought it was.
That was too scary. Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy's source left this place. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami.
This doesn't give me shit. This doesn't
I
give me
fear much
shit.
misfortune has already befallen them.
We cannot afford to delay any longer.
Yes, let's go.
Alright,
If nothing else,
Star Wars
it's
can
vital
wait in
that
a
we find
second.
out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from.
so,
Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you.
so,
Perhaps you too will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
cool. I'll use my force. Oh wait, I don't even need to use the force. God damn. Damn, this bro is so stinky. It's fucking showing itself. I think the best part is that I can see. Thank you. can... Okay, that's not one per flower. This is a stinky man. It's a stinky man.
From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here and seems to be dissipating slowly.
I'm not gonna say their names
Quite
because I don't know them.
possibly. Let's search the area.
Oh, fucking come on. Alright, give me a second, chat. I am determined to find out what these mean. So, from what I can tell, red lightsabers are often for Sith, which is no surprise there. It's why they're often used like that. Blue lightsabers are for more attuned Jedi. Purple and orange lightsabers are like for in between. So like Jedi that can tap into the dark side, but are generally like in the on the light side, if that makes sense. And then green, and then cyan, which is the closest I can find to teal, would be like a weird, like, one with the Force and like
Whoa!
good
Look at all those hilly churls. They're acting
good
really strangely.
guarding things.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
By take a closer look, I mean beat the shit out of them. You get over here, good sir. But goddamn, these men are stinky. Goddamn, not the reinforcements. Oh, they also are stinky. Oh, why are you all stinky? Get out of here. Stinky stinkies.
Get them! Let the show begin.
Stinky stinkies. Bad stinkies. Get rid of this other stinky man. Oh.
It's...
Ugh! Look at this red stuff. What is it?
By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
I'm not reading all of it. But I will let it, be, so you guys can read it if you want to. Why did he steal that blade? Okay, so this is false. I can immediately tell this is all false. It's making it look like the two men were against each other.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as
that's
long
where
as
I've
he
heard this
could,
fucking name from.
eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave
Right?
out.
Naruto.
Where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also
No,
under the
that's not
heavy
Gito.
influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde
No,
of
that's also wrong.
monsters, and
Where have I heard this?
I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls.
There are
There's nothing more for us to find here.
more important things right now.
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
Right. So let's get moving.
It's not in his
I wouldn't
nature.
be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame
I have
would
no
be their
thoughts behind my
pursuit
head.
of further power
Now
and
I'm
skill.
angry with no thoughts.
All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected. It seems that now we know the thread that runs
Is his mouth
between
moving?
them.
I can't tell. I don't think it
I
is.
have a
Oh, now it is.
hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Interesting.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only
Also,
be
Shelby
able
is
to
cleaning
confirm
herself
my
for me, and I
suspicions
don't know
once
how I
we've met
feel
him
about
in
it.
person.
Shelby, why?
On with the search.
On
We
with the
must
search.
stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger.
I have found why. Stop it. Oh, cool. I get things. Here we go. Follow the stinky. Follow the stinky, chat. These are the things we are taught to do when we are little. Follow the stinky. When in doubt, follow the stinky. Whee!
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
Well, first of all, it's far
I'm
enough
not
away,
sure.
but close enough.
But on closer
I don't want to
examination,
follow
I
the
sense
stinky.
that
Well,
the
too
aura
bad
may
you're
have
following the
lingered
stinky.
here at several different points
We
in
follow
time.
the stinky. Someone's behind
Show
me.
yourself.
There you go.
It's no use hiding anymore.
It's the Mysterio Man. I can talk louder
Kaedehara
now.
Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Fuck you, dude.
Ha! So it is the same guy from before.
Of course it is.
What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
And look how cool the
Indeed,
sword
there
is.
should be no enmity between us. If it is Ame no Meyuya that stands before us.
But it's not.
But what if instead of facing Ame no Meyuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Oh, that makes more sense. I'm like, ooh, cool blade. I'll take the blade. I want the blade. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme blade. I'll take it. The blade?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa, whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Paimon, shut the fuck up.
Tatarigami
Of course we're
energy
serious.
often lodges
But also, I
itself
want
within
it.
physical
Give me.
objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity.
Gimme, gimme.
The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather, as a means to occupy, Ame no Meyuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago,
who's-
I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin
Well,
tradition.
who the fuck?
I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all
Me.
his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
Living?
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed.
Sorry, that
At
was
that
uncalled
point
for.
in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do.
Your mom.
All of his life's work, his wisdom,
Damn, I need to
his
get new
skill,
material.
it culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also
the
endowed
fuck
me
is
with
with
a
this West Shin, by
consciousness
the
of
way?
my own.
Is it supposed to be like looking like a
In
strap
their conceit,
to like
the
hold his
Raiden
helmet on, or
Shogun
is it
lost
like
not only the single most
a
perfect blade in the
transformer
entire world,
kind of thing? Because it
but
looks like
also an irreplaceable
it
achievement
looks like they
in the
just
art
replaced
of
his
blade
chin
forging.
with a transformer,
So,
with
swords
a transformer's chin.
can become conscious and control people?
What's
The
wrong with
people
that?
of the time in which I was born
Paimon,
never
we've literally
believed I
taken
had that
down
kind of
gods
power.
before.
They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one.
More specifically,
But in all
I've
other
nearly taken
respects,
down
an
fucking
ordinary
gods.
weapon.
I've met a talking cat. And
But that
you
gave
tell
me the
me this is
opportunity to take
ridiculous?
action. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave
I'm
Snezhnaya
angry with my
and began
thoughts.
my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power.
Well, I can do that for
the
you.
might of Ishin art.
So Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired or injured or unusable, I
I
hopped
like that
to
it
the
focuses
next
on
one
the
in
blade as
line.
well, by the way.
All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
Damn, bro.
Awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter.
Oh, shit.
At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you, and by your hand,
Wait, so
I
this
shall
is-
defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaede Harakazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
Time to fight. And I get to use him. Yes.
Time to go. Into the wind.
Alright, bro. Come here.
Join
Life
me.
goes on.
No.
Sever that divine light.
You're toast!
There you
Time
go.
to go. That hurt. One with nature. It's fine.
Join me and sever that divine light.
Wheel of life.
Out of the frying pan!
Join me and sever that divine light.
The wind knows me.
Rewrite history.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Oh, I like playing him.
Do not stand in my way.
I like playing Cosplay.
or I will strike you down too.
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna get possessed.
Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will.
And we'll smash you into pieces.
The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form,
I'm lifting a
it is
finger.
but a small setback. My
I'm lifting a finger. You guys can't see it,
consciousness
but I'm
shall
lifting a
endure.
finger.
By any means necessary,
Has he
and
killed him
any
yet?
medium available, I shall return
Nope, that
and
fruit just popped into
fulfill
nowhere.
my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Aww.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
Well, you can
As
tell a lot
I've
by
mentioned
just
before,
movements and body
the
language.
forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Aminoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the
I feel like this is like
is probably due to
this
your
is the case for
desperate,
like the Raiden.
single-minded ambition. You
Like you
believe
can tell.
I am your only hope.
You can tell during Raiden's
Are you
story.
trying to claim that I am
She
helpless
literally
without
beat
you?
the shit out of that one guy.
On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of
But
that
you could
is
tell
in the
by her
past.
body language and the fact,
I've been
like even though
wondering
she
why
was
you've not
quicker,
caused more trouble
at some
in all the
points
years that
she
you've
did
been in Inazuma.
eventually start to slow
If you are
down or
indeed a
hesitate a
cursed
little
blade
bit
that can
to attack
possess
because
its
she
owner.
saw him
Now that
and
I've
how
seen
injured
inside
he
your
was.
mind,
It was the
everything
fact that it
finally
kept
makes
getting up that
sense.
made her keep going.
You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Aminoma Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
So Nagito
Well,
didn't
that
survive.
brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you.
No.
You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago.
I also like the design of the sword. Can I have
The more
it?
you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you
want it.
wished
Give me
to
this.
run from the truth.
Yeah. Thank you, Maple
But the way
Man.
I see it, what began
Can I
as
have
an
sword now?
ambition has long since become
Can I
a
have sword now,
delusional
Pipochet?
fantasy.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You say this, and
You
yet
returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life.
damn.
Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
Something fell. It's fine.
You.
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding.
Oh.
How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool. I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my
Imagine
resolve.
getting handed this script.
And
Being
you
like,
should
all right, what
face
character am I
reality.
playing today? So
Easy
you're
for
gonna be
you
playing
to
the
say.
sword.
Facing reality offers
sorry,
me
what?
nothing.
The sword, you
I
know,
have no
like
need of anything that would stand
the sword
in my
possessing
way.
a man.
Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality.
All right, time to die then.
It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
All for mine.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
Oh.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well.
Let's do
Then
this,
find
chat.
yourself some
got
enemies with
this.
whom you wish to cross blades.
Hi.
A taste of my power
Can it be
will
me?
more than convince you.
I'm here.
Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to
Hold her?
Tenshukaku.
Do you want
And
to
as for
challenge
your
this
end
man?
of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Aminoma Yuya from your control.
Come here. Do you want to challenge the man?
I accept.
Yeah.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
You want to challenge this boy? This is a risky strategy.
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this,
Koda
he'll
wants to
forever be
challenge
the
the man.
Blade's puppet.
It's also time for
The cursed blade's strength is
time for me
currently
to get their
very
supper.
weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor.
Oh.
The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it.
Nagito.
Since I don't
Where
have
have
any
I heard that
similar
name
kinds
before?
of obsessions,
Nagito.
I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
Oh my god, it's Danganronpa.
Even so,
Even
Holy
if things
shit.
take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me.
That's
We
where
have
I've
a
heard that
chance
name
here to save
before.
an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
I'm a fucking idiot. What is it? Nagito Uzagami or something like that? If I remember correctly? That's his name? That's the guy's name? Alright,
Your
fine.
disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance.
Alright,
I
chat, give me a
agreed to
quick
this bet
second.
because there are things I wish to learn
Nagito
too.
Kotomiya.
Now, take me in your hand.
Alright, chat, give me a quick sec. I gotta give kitties some food. I'm just gonna mute my mic. Abe, why did you call me mom? I come back and all I see is, hi mom, didn't mean to do that. Alright, cool. But hello Abe, I hope you're having a wonderful time zone. Wherever it may be. I just had to pause for a quick second to get Kitty some food. Uh-oh.
Kazuha?
I'm okay.
I'm so used to calling am I your
felt a little
coworker
dizzy
now?
At first, but only for a moment.
I am your coworker now.
It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
If something feels off, let me know immediately.
I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
Nope.
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights.
Alright, let's do this.
If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
Let's go. Let's do this.
All right. Please lead the way.
Let's do this, chat.
What about Amenoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
don't know where I went to that song. Yes, Ava, I hope you're having a wonderful time zone, wherever it may be. I wish that didn't do that, but you know what, it's fine. Everything is fine, it's all fine. At work? Well, I hope you're having a good time at work. I will just silently be T-posing in the back of the corner of your work. I'm not actually. No. I will not take any questions. Oh. Cool, it's just me.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Into the wind.
Ow.
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing
That's what
largely as I
me
expected.
beloved.
Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though
Interesting.
he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
Yeah, the spirit of this thing, you know.
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Interesting.
Time to go.
Ooh. I'll take chest.
Let's get down to business. The wind knows me. One with nature. Let's get down to business.
Alright, let's gather them all up.
Clouds high.
There we go.
The birds call. Time to go.
There we go. I like Blade.
Whoa. Something's up with the blade.
I like Maple Man. It's grown dimmer.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
Okay.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Of becoming the writing shogun. Chest, chest. No chest. Chest. No chest. Okay, whatever.
Time to go.
Time to go. See, I want to see. Can I actually get this sword? Like, is this an actual sword I can get in-game? Because that would be sick if yes. I think these are the default artifacts that they just put you on. Because the same with Raiden, it was the same with Raiden, it was the same with Kokomi when I tried her out at one point. I'm pretty sure those are just default artifacts.
It's fine. One with nature.
Never.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Hey, Shelby.
Are you okay? It looked
You
like
want
you were
to sit?
really
You want to sit,
struggling
Shelby?
the entire fight.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was struggling so hard.
And it looks like he's reached his limit.
Aww.
The sheen's grown
Hey,
a
Shelby.
bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did
I
at
want the sword.
start.
Give me the sword.
Perhaps this time
Gimme.
we'll
Also,
finally
give me
have a
this
chance
character.
to
I like
see
this
his
character.
true form.
I'll take this character.
True form? What are you talking about?
But of course, the animal characters are the ones that I'm never gonna end
Is
up
this
fucking
the
pulling.
same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
The wear and tear is severe.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun.
What the fuck is Kairagi?
Maybe you did truly wield power to rival
Oh,
the
that's
Shogun's
the other
light
guys,
when
the
first
samurai
forged.
and okay, never
But the
mind.
long
I know what it
journey
is.
from
Never mind.
Snezhnaya
I'm
back
just
to Inazuma has left you battered and broken.
It always takes
It
me a
barely
second.
needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy.
Though the truth is right there in front. Though the truth is right there in front of him.
I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to
Yum.
reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Your mom.
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from?
You shouldn't fight with this blade anymore.
We can help this time.
Oh, it
Don't
glued for
worry.
a second.
I'll use my own blade.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's just more of the same.
Let me try.
Into the wind. One with nature. Time to go. It's fine.
The fuck, Neon?
The wind knows me.
Did it.
You fought way better with your own sword.
Of course.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
Maybe.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed.
Hmm.
No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with
Hi.
you.
Hi,
Too much
Shelby.
time
Do you
has
want to fight the
passed.
man?
My physical
you
state
wanna fight
is
the
poor,
sword?
and without proper maintenance,
Shelby doesn't want to fight the sword.
I
Shelby
can
is
only
running away.
disguise my true appearance
All
behind
I
an
see is
outer
a
sheen.
bluff of tail from behind my
Yours
monitor.
is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level.
Shelby,
of
if you're
glory.
gonna jump, jump.
Actually, this is just a generic
Thank
blade
you.
that I picked up during my travels
I
in
think that
Liyue.
picked up, but that's fine.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything.
Mm-hmm.
This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time.
Do you think his blade can talk
Plus,
too?
in the moment that I most needed it, I
Do you think
received
he's-
aid from
Do you
another
think he's
power.
a sword talker? He
Skill,
he starts to talk.
determination,
He talks
and
to
desire.
swords.
All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin
like-
art.
like, hey there, Mr. Blade,
There is
how you
something
doing
else
today?
I must tell you.
Oh, your muzzle's looking a
Though
little
your
rusty.
maker
Here,
may
let me
not have
patch
been
that up for
aware,
you.
your ability to possess your own
He gets high
consciousness
with his
derived from the
sword.
power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a
Yeah,
malevolence
him and his
from
sword
the
are really
ancient
good buds.
past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an
Damn.
integral part of my consciousness.
L.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya.
I'm a yama
But I
yama.
do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey
What do you
bound
think
for a
he senses
destination
when he looks at
you
our
were
swords?
destined never to reach.
It's like, oh, this sword
The
is
moment
named
you embarked on
Jim,
this journey,
and this one
you
is
lost
Iron.
the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness.
This
and
one is
purpose.
pain and
How
suffering.
could I
This one's my
possibly deny
favorite.
him his wish? I said to him, do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy. How could I go back on my word?
They keep giving it as cool steel.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
As cool steel
Where are you going,
as the
Kazuha?
default sword.
He now
He
has
probably
neither the
thinks we're
ability nor
basic.
the
Oh yeah, he
motivation to
definitely
cause
thinks
further
we're
harm.
basic.
Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
Like, doesn't, like, not even with a second doubt in his mind. We're fucking basic. Hey, what's up?
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was
Chest.
transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed,
Oh.
his frail face barely visible
Hey, Shelby.
under the moonlight.
Hey, Shelby.
His breaths were weak, and his life near
Hey,
its
Shelby.
end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Shelby has left me.
Wow.
I am all alone.
That was the Blade's memory,
I'm all
wasn't it?
alone.
Indeed.
No one here.
While in
beside
exile in
me.
Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a
I feel so bad
devastating
for
blow by
playing
the desertion
ads.
of its best
Like,
smiths.
ads so often.
He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions.
Like, if
He
I had
felt
the choice,
intense
I'd make it so
regret
then,
at
like,
being
there's
tricked
no
by the
pre-roll.
Fatui, but he could
and ads
never
are
again
minimum, but
return
I
to his
can't.
homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he
And it's
instructed
fucking
this sentient
frustrating
blade to
as
find a
hell.
way back to Inazuma,
So I don't want to
no matter
have
how
ads
long
as much.
or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
Aww.
So that's the true story. But after
And I
that,
totally paid
the
attention to it.
blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Aww.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Aww.
Shame it's too late now.
Mm-hmm. Too bad.
Yes.
Time to melt it.
It is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Oh, also, why does the sword talk? No, I want the treasure chest. Treasure chest. Treasure. You know, the thing. Wait, are
Faster?
there things over here?
Okay, faster.
Hello? Things over here? No? Okay.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Hello, good. Hello, cool sword. Are you ready to get melted
When I
down
look back
and
at the
forged
past,
into another kind of
I
sword?
can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Yee.
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
Paimon,
It
shut
has
your
to be done in
fucking
this
mouth.
order. At least hear what I have to say.
Like,
And if you
goddamn,
don't
Paimon.
agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all.
It.
When I was first forged,
Hi,
my
Shelby.
maker
You
was
want to listen
already
to the story of
terminally
the
ill.
neon?
He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening
Come sit,
battle.
Shelby.
Alas,
Thank
after that, he never rose
you
from
for
his
the
sickbed
mouthful
again.
of
Nor
fluff.
have I ever
Tail
had
fluff.
the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior.
Yes, hi,
I would
Miyako.
like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
Your mother.
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you.
Okay.
You must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
Okay, so we wake him up and we
I
explain the
see.
story.
He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor.
Yes, hi,
If a
Miyako.
duel can help to set this state of
come
affairs in
here.
order, I am willing to put myself forward.
Come here,
I do not
Miyako.
wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to
Miyako,
worry. We'll
hi.
vouch for your innocence to the Tenryo Commission.
Thanks for your help.
Here you
Who
go.
knows
Hi,
how this
Shelby.
would have ended without your intervention?
All right,
Yeah,
then let's
Shelby,
move on.
what's up?
More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any
Hey, Miyako.
case, for
Oh,
a final
God, I
duel,
have
I think we should
cat
aim for a
fluff
greater sense of ceremony.
Everywhere. There are too many cats. Come sit. Come sit, Bean. There you go. Wee. Yan, 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 yan. Mine. Thank you. Okay, here you go. You probably... My brain's like, you think he ever, like... You ever think, like, not... Kazuha? No, that's right. Kazuha ever, like, just looks at Just looks at us with our fucking shitty ass blades and is like, ugh. Look at those nerds with that blade. And then casually walks away talking to his own blade. Do you think any of the other people ever judge him for talking to his blade? All alone? Unprompted? He's just like, yep. I talk to my blade like it's its own human being. Because to me,
This reminds
that's what it
Paimon
is.
a bit of the Crux Clash.
That was such more... That was a much more relaxed...
Yep, we still can't let our
occasion.
guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that blade hasn't told us everything. Still,
He probably thinks he's
even
so
if
cool
he's way past the
for
point of
speaking to his
redemption,
sword.
it's hard not to
He
feel
probably
a
has to
teensy
say
bit
sorry.
for him. Are you ready?
Damn it, Paimon, why did we have to sync up?
Ready? Okay. All right then.
Can I fight as him?
Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
I'm a no
Honored
you,
to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Also your mother. Do we get... Yes!
Wind Strider. Into the wind. The wind knows me. Clouds high, the birds calm.
There we go.
Thank you
What
for
a
the
loser.
experience.
His only friend
Although
is
he
his
appears
sword.
battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same
Interesting.
sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience.
I'm
There
sure.
are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
At
I
this
do
point,
not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not
well,
let
no,
them stain
wait,
the
now we have to
legacy
tell
of
the
Ishin
wife.
art.
Oh no!
I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy
We have to tell
successor
him
in
he's not-
Kaedehara Kazuha. I
Oh,
beseech you, please understand this.
damn! His vocal
Yes.
cords must be
I
fucking
too
straining it
trust
by
Mr.
now.
Kaedehara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
Amenoma.
This blade has also
Amenoma.
told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
Okay.
What does he want to go there for?
What do you think? To get fucking fixed?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
He wants to get fucking fixed, probably. I don't know. What does a sword ever want to go to a fucking smith for? Just to hang out and have a nice chat? Yeah, you know, I got a bunch of, like, really bad damage, and I'm almost breaking apart at the fucking seams, but you know what? I'm just gonna go to the smith and just have a nice chat. Because, you know, that's what you normally do. You know, as a sword, needing fixing.
It's Yuya! You have returned!
Hey, Maka.
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to
Maka.
them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji, from the Bantan Sango Detective Agency, tells me that they've found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Is he okay?
Is he okay?
Well, no, he's not okay. He's
Yes.
probably dead.
Badly wounded, but he will live.
Oh, fuck.
And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy
Also,
one
here's
after
this
all.
fucking.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
Oh.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
What do you?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish.
Oh.
And he
Oh
assures
man,
me that he won't
staring at
use
the
my
sword
body
like
for anything
you're
nefarious.
talking to your
I have
fucking
decided
sword.
to let him do it.
The,
Guess there's nothing we can say to change your mind, huh?
the decision is yours.
Thank you.
I'm ready to
I
strike
will
him down
explain
if
my
he needs
reasons
to.
later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
Nyum.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
Oh, he just straight up. What happened to the other two? He straight up possessed him and is now fixing
You were
himself.
right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest
He's
hour
fixing
is yet to
himself. I
come.
mean, I guess that's one way.
Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish.
I want to start barking.
Thank
MJ,
you,
no.
son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm
He's-
ashamed to utter it, yet
he's
it
just
remains
fixing a
strong in
sword.
my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Oh my god, I love this design.
Rest in peace.
Hush, bark, bark. I want the sword.
So,
Look how it's sick.
that's
Did
why
you see?
he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions,
Aww.
and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Aww.
Seems like he really, really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them.
The remnants of defeated gods are nothing to scoff at.
I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your
I hate my
quest to
brain.
face the gods and trace
all
your
you need to know.
sibling
I hate my
inspires
brain.
me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
I'll hold you to your word.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation.
Of course.
And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Huh? Hmm? I like the sword. I want the sword. Gimme the sword. Did you see the design of the fucking sword? It looked so fucking cool. Like, god damn. Now that was a cool design sword if I've ever seen one.
You've returned.
Hi.
I hear that the
I'm
issue
here.
has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Look how cool it looks.
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the
Look how
Kaidahara
cool
clan.
that is. The
By
red
means of a
with
series
the
of
black
fortuitous
accents.
events,
Oh,
I was able to recover and restore him.
it's so
I also
cool.
promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so,
how cool
it
it
looks
is.
like I will
It's such a
likely
cool
continue with my
sword.
journey across the nations, learning
Would
more
it be
about
efficient,
this
though, is
blade
my
as I
question.
go.
In the
I see.
real world, would it be efficient?
I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well.
I fell
I
asleep.
can understand.
I hope you had a good
Then
nap.
let's pretend this offer was never raised. However,
I now
if
have
you
a
should
kitty
ever
on my
change your
lap as well.
mind or
Shelby came back
find
to sit
yourself
on
in
me.
need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Okay.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next,
I think I know
Kazuha?
the new 5-star that I want.
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
I almost feel like
You
I...
must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida.
Wait! Wait! I actually got it? Yo! Let's fucking go! If I ever get, Kazuha, you know exactly the sword that I'm going to give him. You know exactly the sword I'm going to give him. If I ever fucking get him. Is he getting a rerun at some point? I know that he is. Albedo's about to get a new sword. What sword? The cool ass sword. This sword. Cause look how cool it is. Look how fucking cool it is. The entire storyline sword. Ah. Oh, I'm so happy. Why is it brown? It's not brown.
About these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Tevat from someplace else? And as for your brother, whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
I don't think there is one planned, but I want him to get a rerun. I hope he gets a rerun soon. Because I know exactly what I'm going to fucking get. What sword I'm gonna fucking give him. This one. We have to go back to Nahida. We have to go back to our baby girl. We have to go back to our baby girl. He's one of the most popular characters. He's definitely gonna get a rerun. Yay! Canadian boy. No reruns anymore. L. It's like Venti all over again. When was the last time Venti had a rerun, by the way? Just asking for a friend.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write
September.
a thriller
Okay,
here.
never mind then.
It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An
Alright,
essay.
Icy, have a
That
wonderful
means
rest of your
facts
time at work, and I wish you
logic.
good luck in whatever you
Well,
might
if
be
it's
doing
facts
for the
and
rest of the
logic
day.
you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective
Can we
about.
get another
Unless, of
rerun?
course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well...
Good luck, Icy.
This is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think?
It's a
The strange
fascinating
location,
enough.
the missing details, a mysterious person.
A
I
mysterious
want to write my essay on
person?
something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom
Why
of all
is
this.
everybody
That's
leaving?
the only reason I came to you.
Yeah.
Yes, you came to
Yeah.
me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Damn. Goodbye.
Did one of them just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in
I
Inazuma.
swear to God, if I have to go back all the way to
Or is it
Inazuma,
kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that?
I just came from
Everyone here's just
Inazuma.
going about their business.
Make sure you eat. I literally
Maybe it really
ate
is just
before I
Prima.
started streaming.
Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Still, let's go listen in.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
You ready to go listen in, chat? AKA, we walk up to them and stare them in the fucking face?
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper.
I'm good at
If only we knew where
Elder
to find
Panda.
that
Elder Panda
traveler.
doesn't
From what
know
they say about
how often
her,
I
this
eat.
seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
What do you say toque or beanie? I say both. Looking for me?
Oh, you're the traveler.
I often
you
say toque more. But that's just because I grew up in Canada.
Face! Don't believe us?
Beanie. Often I use like beanies for like. You're wrong. It's toque. That's the only one. I can only say toque. It's cause I'm Canadian. It's only toque. That's the only one you get to hear. If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits
too
when I was
Canadian,
still
yes,
in Inazuma.
Toque
This
is a
my
Canadian
first
word.
time coming face to face with you and your mysterious
At
silver-haired
least as far as I
companion.
know.
I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining
Damn
the
Canadians.
evidence.
Aw.
Sorry.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of...
Boo.
Sorry, we don't get out much, so
Canadian
our social
jump
skills
scare
are
be
kind of
like-
lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to tell us about Tatara Suna?
Well, you see.
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Slash ban. No. Never. Sorry. I can't help this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatara Suna's past.
L.
But who'd have thought that...
If you
Yeah.
don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatara Suna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay
I
draft.
normally call beanies,
Let me give you
the
some
bandanas
background.
that you wear.
This all
But that's just a
started
me
with the
thing. I don't know how
discovery
many
of
other
some
people
records
call
in Tatara Suna.
bandanas beanies.
The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw
Isn't
it
that
into
Sai?
a fire to
I don't know.
destroy it, and killed his
I'm not paying
servant
attention
Katsuragi.
anymore.
Why?
You guys got me on the
Well,
topic of fucking
no
Tukes.
one knows. Apart from the sword maker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the
I don't know what
records
Sino's
also
doing.
mention a kabuki
VTuber man being
mono.
VTuber man.
This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny
Beanie
or
is the
acts in
furthest
an
thing from a
unusual
bandana.
way.
That's
Not
right.
necessarily. They're
Akaba's
both
teacher
pieces
has
of
spent
cloth
quite
that you
some
wear to
time
cover up
researching these
something.
events on the ground.
Often use it.
This
It can often
kabuki-mono
be
lived
used
in
as like headdress.
Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned,
I used to wear
things got
beanies
pretty ugly.
as like little
So
hairbands,
first
like
this
hairbands and
strange
stuff all the
person
time.
goes missing. Then a murder happens?
Or not beanies, bandanas. Fuck.
Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Thanks, dude.
Shouting!
Thanks for yelling.
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the
He
government
just wanted to make it
records
stand
office.
out, Chad.
He
That's
looked
why
into
he
it for me,
screamed
and
it
I
at
can
the
now
top of his
confirm
lungs.
that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Okay.
Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was
Is
a
this a
government
skirmish
official
quest?
named
I
Niwa.
don't know.
Curiously enough, it
I'm
seems like
going
he went
into this
missing
as
too.
blind as you are. Could it be? Rukadabata? Rukadabata, 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 Rukadabata. Me when I get bullied.
That's right! What's
Wait, you
more,
just start screaming at the
Niwa
top
is
of
a
your
name with
lungs,
a lot
like,
of history to it.
"Rukadabata."
Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
You know,
Wow,
the one
yes,
that we
you
just
really
learned
know your
about.
stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa
Yes,
was a
hi.
distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last
I have so many
practitioners
cats.
of Ishin
Hi,
art.
Maka, what's up?
Something then seems to have happened
Yeah,
in the
Mecca?
Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but
I don't
taken
know
in light
the
of everything else
details.
going on around that time, it makes you
Around
wonder
that time.
whether it's all connected somehow.
Kaidahara clan.
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Your mom. There's more?
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents,
I am
for they are about
bracing.
to be blown.
Okay,
Or
I'm-
maybe
I'm
you
being-
won't believe your
I'm
ears.
bracing.
I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
Pete doesn't have a
According to
sake.
information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Huh?
A puppet?
Your mom spotted an Inazuma. The Raiden Shogun puppet that the Electro Archon mage. Mage? Mage. Made. MJ, what is happening? Should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. I was about to say. The has to be the Baldir. What was he doing 400 years ago?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you
So
do
this
know
is the
something
Baldir.
after all.
This is Scaramouche's quest. Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut.
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon,
I swear to God,
spooky
I am not
events are
human.
to be
My
expected,
character
and
is
that's
not
exactly
human.
what my book is about. Please take a look.
My character is some sort of fallen god that had my memories wiped. I'm calling it now. I am totally reading all this. I'm totally reading all of it. This is so interesting. Wow. These are totally a bunch of words. Man, look at all these words. Panda read it? Should I? No, because then I'm gonna stumble and then I'm gonna embarrass myself. To be fair, I embarrass myself a lot anyways, but like...
Oh, and please
No.
read my essay draft as well.
I swear to God, if there isn't some random guy that runs up as fast as he can be stumble and burn. Yes, that's what I do when I read. I just stumble and then I burn to the ground along with whatever I'm reading. It just all burns. But also, if there isn't a guy that runs up and say, "Hey, can you read my story that I just finished writing? It's like super good." But thank you for the essay.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about
Supernatural
if I plug
forces.
the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions
Stash
at
me
the center
too.
of
I
the
don't
whole
like it.
series of events.
It's super bad.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up?
Can you please read my show extrovert fanfic? MJ, no. MJ, no. MJ, no. Yeah, it sounds more like a novel. Has this guy ever written an essay before?
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have
Also,
now
Shelby is
is
just
all that there
passed
is
out
to
on
know.
my lap. Like, she
This
is, like,
as much detail as
pretty
you're
much
ever
dead to
going
the world.
get.
Oh, never mind.
Besides,
I woke
if
her up
there
by
really
accident.
was
Sorry,
a political
Shelby.
power struggle going on at
Hello,
anything like
boo.
the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
Drawing.
Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
Wow, Panda, that was rude. What was rude? I'm sorry, Bean. To be fair, I'm giving her chin scratches, and she likes those. She's purring. She likes the chin scratches. Yeah. Poor sleeping animal. Oh yeah, because the random thumping that I hear at night of them rattling my fucking door isn't enough torture for this sleeping panda, this other fucking animal that lives with them. You know, it's fine. I'll leave you to it.
Stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now.
Like, I literally hear bang, 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 bang. Because my door is like a sliding
If you find
door.
out any more info about
So
all
it has
this,
like a little.
please do let me know.
So it has like
Thanks
a
so
little
much.
gaps in between, so you can like slide it open and closed. All night long, all I hear is bang, 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 bang. As my cats are, as
so
3 of the cats are trying to
we
get
were
into the
talking
fucking
about-
room.
It has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like
Time to go
that
click.
is usually
Time to
super
go click.
confidential,
Time to go
isn't
kick
it?
his ass again. Time to go kick
Paimon,
an animal boy with some mommy issues. Time to go kick his butt in.
essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Well, speak of the devil. What's wrong?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Oh, there he goes.
the balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Bark about meow meow. Good job, MJ. I'm so proud of you.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Right, is this the right way? This is the right way.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Faster? Okay, faster. Faster? Okay, faster. Running? Okay, running. Yeah! My 5th favorite child!
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Hi.
Nohida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Hiya.
Sure enough, you're here.
Hi.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up?
I know you must have a lot of questions.
I have many.
Please, allow me to explain.
Okay, why did you set him
It
free?
was my idea to set the balladeer free.
Okay, but why?
We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
Yeah, I was about to say.
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Okay, I'll kill you then.
But if that's
Let's
the
do this.
case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself.
What kind of doll do you think he is? Because if he's made out of wood,
Nahida
getting
said
rid of
there's
him would be a
still
lot
some
easier.
mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Yeah, if he's made out of wood, we could easily just burn him to a crisp. Flesh? I mean, we could still burn him. But he doesn't breathe. If he's made out of porcelain... Actually, wait, he's a cotton doll? Oh, even better. He'll go up like, phew, and then we'll never have to deal with him again. If he's porcelain, then we can easily just smash him into bits. We just need to get a big enough hammer.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
Sure.
But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Fuck you.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem.
Okay, what did you make him a deal with? What did you make a deal with him?
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
So, is it healthy to drink over 6 energy drinks within an hour? No. 100% not. Don't do it. You will have serious health consequences. Or could potentially lead to some serious health consequences if you do. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Did it? My friend did it while live? Is your friend okay? Don't do that. That's not healthy. The recommended dose for caffeine is 400 milligrams for a full-ass grown adult. I've seen food theory about the caffeine shit that's going on in a thing that we don't have here in Canada. Also, hi Bubbles, I hope you're having a lovely time zone wherever it may be. Don't drink that much. That's too much. That could cause serious consequences. That's why I paused. Don't do that. That's not good. That's not healthy.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough
Taking a
to
break
be a
from
strategic
Minecraft?
threat to
Nice.
us. That puts him in
How about
quite a
Genshin?
precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
He's got superpowers for how long he's lasted, though he got up to like 12 or 15 or something. That's not good. No, that's not good. Hold on. Now I have to know. Hold on. No, I don't want to watch Fails of Minecraft. Fails of Minecraft isn't even fucking live right now. Give me a quick sec. He did it all live? Sneak is live though. Yes, I am fully aware Sneak is live. But I was live before him. So haha. IDK, how he's alive? Yeah. Like, depending on the energy drink your friend had, like, that could lead to some serious consequences. Like, serious consequences. It was a long stream that last hour, he just went crazy. Yeah, no, depending on the energy drink, he could have, like, easily went overdone on the caffeine. Like, it's, despite what people say, caffeine is addictive. Like, I don't want to hear it from anybody. Caffeine is addictive. Like, a can of Monster Energy alone is 160 milligrams of caffeine. Your limit is 40. Now times that by 15. That's not healthy. Like, that's not healthy in the slightest. Don't have that much caffeine. Also, Maka is watching you now, chat. You better not have that much caffeine. He's keeping an eye on you. I can't have caffeine because it literally makes me sleepy. Because of my ADHD, it has the opposite effect on me. Just because you had 15 a day. Just because you have 15 a day isn't bad. It's what your recommended amount of caffeine a day for a full-grown adult is 400 milligrams. 400 milligrams. A can of Monster is 160 milligrams. So you're already a fourth of the way there. Now times that by 15, and you have that within an hour. Like, you drink all 15 within an hour or so. That's not healthy. Like, that could lead to some serious consequences. Don't do that. In one sitting, it's just as harmful as constantly drinking it. Exactly. Hold on, how much is that? 160 times 15. Time to get out my calculator. 160 times 15. That hour alone, he consumed 2,400 milligrams of caffeine. Alone. That is 2,000 more over than what is recommended. That is not healthy and that is not okay. Do not drink that much caffeine. That is a bad idea. Yeah, even for making a game, I have friends that are game developers. My best friend is a fucking game developer. It is tough shit. Like, it sucks. It is hard. That does not give you the excuse to drink 15 of those down. Like, that's not okay. Okay, we're gonna move on from the topic because I could go on about this for hours. So we're just gonna move on. We're gonna switch topics. The Fatui Harbinger. Something about Fatui Harbingers and yada yada yada. Also, Maka is looking at you, chat. You better be watching. You better be on your best behavior. Maka's watching you, chat.
The doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so
I'm gonna drink 16. Abe, no. So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers.
MJ, don't encourage
so as
this,
long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
It's 100% like, really? What a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
as we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings.
Even when you're not willing
and
to
you
tell-
said you need protection.
Exactly.
So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now.
I can't bark.
We
This
still
baby
have
girl
time.
is sad.
Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right.
Bark. I
Then I'll
can't
do
bark
what we
is
agreed.
baby girl is sad.
Good.
No, I'm reading it
Go
like that.
now,
You can't
and
change
keep
my
in
mind,
touch.
MJ.
Nahida,
Is that I'm reading
are
it?
you...
I
you
can't. I
serious
can't
about
bark
this?
is baby girl if sad.
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In
And
fact,
Naka is
I'm
totally
largely
judging
doing it for
you.
your benefit.
He is disappointed in you, MJ. How could you do this to him? I don't even know how to read it. If can't bark is baby girl is sad. For me.
Yes.
Maka
As I told
is
you once
juding
before,
you so
there's
harshly
information
right
about
now.
your twin in
He is
Irminsul.
disappointed in you.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
I just stopped reading.
You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's
Alright,
possible that the
give me a
Fatui have
second.
other information that even I don't know
Thank you,
about.
Abe, for
And
redeeming
since
Robo
the
Panda.
Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis,
Okay, Robo voice
some
is on.
traces of
Here
its
we
power
go.
remain
Bum,
in
bum, bum,
him.
bum.
He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul
I totally
is
know
vast
what's happening.
beyond description.
Oh god.
Sifting through all of it
Maka
without
is
knowing
just
what to look for
staring
would take
at
too
chat.
long, even for me. So I
Robo
asked the
Panda, hopefully
Balladeer
this
to
is working
search
as
in
well.
Irminsul for any
It looks like it's
information about
working.
the
It says it's
Descenders.
working.
He's more familiar with this kind of information and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him. He's treated us as
Mega, you know you can't. Mega.
I understand. But sometimes
Panda's
everything
like,
is
and yes,
dictated
I
by
am
which
5
side you're on.
years
How things
away.
will go in the future depends on
I've
what
heard this guy
information
named
he
Pills
brings
that just
back.
lost his world.
And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart
It's
reserved
working,
for
but
an
it's so
intense
weird.
longing.
That's good.
A feeling
It doesn't
of being
help that I'm
all
also
alone in
trying
the
my best to
dark,
sound like a robot.
searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to
I
do
wonder how
something
your
for
laugh
you.
sounds like.
If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
GLaDOS. The deadly neurotoxin. Thank you, Nikita.
It's my pleasure, really. You're
How to
Sumeru's
speak normal
hero.
after? I will.
You've
Don't
more
worry.
than earned it.
I might be
I'm
numb,
still
but
worried
not
about
that
this
dumb.
idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I am
was
a
going
fucking
to contact
potato.
you about that, but
Give
then
me
you
my
suddenly showed
deadly
up on your own
neurotoxin
accord.
back, please.
Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In
My
fact,
cats are
I
leaving
was
me.
going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Got it.
Great. Thank you.
That's a quote
Prepare
my friend
yourselves.
loves.
I'm going to transport you into
Love
Irminsul.
us. Get me out of this fucking potato.
Wow.
Fluffy
It's
tree.
pretty different here compared to last time.
Fluffy
The
tree.
colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
I can't jump. This is bullshit. I can't jump. Oh, would you look at that? It's fucking doll boy.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Ketchup? What on earth do you mean? I'm more of a mustard gal myself. Nikita sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No
I don't want
one
to
gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with
Swear and
harassment from the
stuff.
guards, but right now, I'm
That's
on
all I do
temporary
for the
release.
life, for
So
the
maybe you
modification
should
as
think
well. I
about
just
backing
swear.
off a little.
Fucking potato.
Sounds like a
Shit,
successful
fuck,
rendezvous.
fuck, shit.
I
Shit,
need to be
fuck.
quite clear about something.
I can't
In a few
focus with that
moments,
voice.
You'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is
I'm
an
glad
environment
there's-
like no other, and the most important
I'm only
place
doing one at
in
a
all of
time, so
Sumeru.
I'll do that one
Unlike
after.
anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information.
Because I don't like to
You
overlap.
must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate
Overlap.
your way through.
What is
I know
it?
there are many grievances between you on both
Overlap
sides,
filters.
but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is
Understood.
as much for your own safety as anything else.
When did you add this redeem stuff? I've added them quite a while ago. Understood.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement
Traveling
with Lesser
these
Lord
nuts?
Kusanali, I'll be at the front.
Yep, Abe
It's
is
my
first.
job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that.
Oh,
You make
no.
it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
I'll do them in order.
The snark on this guy.
I'll do them in order
is
for people.
unbearable.
So now we have the Echo. Shit, I didn't set it to reset. Fuck. Shit ass fuck tit fuck fuck. Shit fuck fuck. Fuck shit. There we go. There's no need for all of the biting sarcasm. Echo.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted.
Irminsul
Initiating
access
connection
granted.
procedure.
Is this a small sapling?
No, it's the heart.
Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
It's the eye of the tiger. No, I'm kidding. I'm in a cave. Help, I'm in a cave.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul.
It's different than I imagined.
Ooh.
Pretty tree.
Paimon's never
Wait!
seen anything like this.
No, wait, I recognize this.
Feels like a sacred place.
Yo, this is part of the domains.
Irminsul is closely intertwined
That's
with the
part
entirety of
domains.
Tevat.
Yo!
Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your
It's
jaws
domains.
up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Because I would do that too.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we
Why
will
do
now
they still
proceed
call
to the
them
heart
Lesser
of
Lord?
Irminsul.
I don't
Can you
understand
still
this.
sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Nikita, my
Yes.
beloved. Bam, bam,
Permission
bam,
to
bam.
begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close.
Keep it
Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
I would cry.
What are you smirking at?
Your mom.
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible.
Oh, so
in here.
neutral?
You can't rule anything out.
So
if you want to stay safe,
I'd stay neutral.
your best option is to stick close
There'd be
to
no
me.
look on my face because I wouldn't give a fuck.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be
Be
careful not to touch them.
Now we would lose our emergency food. We could always find more. I totally read that. Alright, doll boy, let's do this.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
Fuck you, Paimon.
Is he mocking me again?
Of course he is,
What is it
Paimon.
this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you
The echo
relax
fits
your
this place?
guard a
Yeah,
little?
it really does. I can only imagine what it sounds like from your guys'. I can't stand the sound of my voice, so I like double check it
here.
before stream
What a huge tree!
just to make sure it's working, and then I just don't listen to it again. This is the center of Irminsul. All the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
Yay, Nahida!
Are you ready?
Could you just call her
Ready when you
Kusanali?
are.
Then please begin. Prepare
Well, it
to
works.
access
I'm so glad it
cognitive
works. I hate the sound of my own voice, so I don't
Establishing
listen to it.
The
I
power
just hate
is
it.
actually doing
It,
what
like
Nahida
makes
tells
like my
him.
skin crawl.
Guess
It's
he
like,
must want to
meh.
stay alive.
Eh. He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at work on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role in the Fatui. First, and stories. Now, what is this? Now this? What is this strange individual? It's like I don't fucking remember.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
I have to rewatch my vids to make sure nothing glitched.
For once,
That's why I'm not
we're
on
the ones with
YouTube.
nothing to do.
Something glitches. I'm hoping on you.
Paimon, would you like
I
to
have
talk?
to hold back from barking. Nihida, is this telepathic
Yes.
conversation?
I've also invited
Well.
Paimon to join.
What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Which one is next? Hold on. Auto-tuned. Auto-tuned is
That's
on.
part of it.
Repeat the
Plus,
timer.
we're all
Ish.
friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great.
Fuck you, Paimon.
Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's
I'm
always
feeling it.
talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for others. Echo is still on? Is Echo still on? Oh no, the echo isn't on. I put a little bit of echo on the auto-tune because I wanted to. That's why I don't like overlapping layers. No, it's not. Okay, just making sure. I'll know what I'm doing. Don't mind me. Ba 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 ba. Ba da ba ba ba.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the
God,
day
I
that
don't
he
know.
finds some
I don't got
answers.
no mind. Is it about his past, the betrayals, and other events in Inazuma? Ba 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 da bow. Ooh,
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
I am really not. I'm just reading what's on the thing. Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at the Papa. Have a good time playing Minecraft Bubbles.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind.
Yep, the
Well,
depressing one.
it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Wait, he's a person? I thought he was a doll.
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin.
Watch as
Turns out
he is actually
he can
listening
get hurt
in.
and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Oh,
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
I only want to say that because I want to sound like what it. I want to hear what it sounds like after
and so on?
in autotune.
Yes. I know about all of that.
Ooh.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what
So
they
weird not to see their lips move.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gesse got it right?
Well,
The guess
they
said?
guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
L.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
He can hear us.
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So,
You're not a prisoner, you fucking
have you
dipshit.
found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up,
If
though.
you'd like,
You and your
you're probably
twin come
prisoner
from
to this
outside
mortal
this
plane,
world.
and we
It
can
wouldn't
end that
surprise
right
me if
away.
there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that?
He-
Did Nahida tell you?
He's literally looking
It's
for
not
it
like we've
right
never
now.
met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation
the misery.
is something I can manage. Huh?
Everybody wants to be
Wait.
my enemy. Plant.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
A plant.
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just
I
wait.
left earlier too. This is pretty.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Alright, there we go.
It has to be me.
Now we got deep voice on.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It really does. That name, Iwa, was the man in charge that versus Tatara. Plus he belongs to a long line of Shin art.
Whoa!
I know, my mom is crazy.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed,
I just
everyone
realized
else.
he has
Under your leadership,
what's his
Tatara
name?
Suna is a warm, welcoming place.
Yes, Katsu
Like a
has hair.
giant village.
Oh
People are
no.
gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are
He has
motivated.
Katsu has
As
hair.
I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills,
I know what he sounds.
dreams. Every
I know what he
smith
sounds
brought
like.
into
He
this trade
sounds
looks
like
to find their
voice
purpose
channel.
between steel and blade.
Oh fuck, it's
That
like a
is why
scientist.
you
It's like a
accepted the
scientist
proposal
channel.
brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes,
He's the
well,
narrator. I've seen a
were
lot
it
of
not for
SCP
you
shit
coming to
recently.
Inazuma and happening to make Akame's
Oh,
acquaintance,
I've heard it. I
the
don't know
two
the
of you
channel
never
names.
would have joined forces.
Fuck.
And he would be the first to admit that there's
We know
no
where
way he
he's
could have
from. I've heard
revolutionized our
I've
forging
heard him
process like this
before.
on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You
I
allowed
can't stop
Akame to take all
laughing.
the credit for a method that you jointly
What do
developed.
you mean?
You're not lucky when
He
I
sold
make
it to
really
me.
weird noises as well.
And now,
Talk
every
like
piece
this.
of
I
the
don't know
work
what
here
this
is
sounds
smelted
like,
using
but
the new technique. Even now,
Sounds
you
like
remain one of
wait,
Tatara
sounds
Suna's
weird.
key consultants, working right here alongside us.
Can you work with this filter? I'm
And
not
I believe it is
fucking
you,
curious.
sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our
ain't
manufacturing
gonna
and forging
fuck.
methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable
I
in the
ain't no
forging
fucking
industry of
dog.
Inazuma. And it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
My
So you
great
say,
honor
Asher.
to offend you all, to
But is this really the
offend.
truth?
My
offend.
good sir, what do you mean?
My good
I tried to
sir.
resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn
My
out this
mom
way.
was gonna come in.
What have we gained from
My
adopting
mom
your
was
new
gonna come in and
technology?
be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
Have time to
And
work.
recently,
Oh,
as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the golden feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Asher?
do I raise? I've been debating on raising the time limit of these from
Otherwise, why
5
would you
minutes to
still be
10.
standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
I'm just surprised
I'm sure
you
you've been
finally
harboring these
chose to be so
suspicions for
sincere.
quite some time.
Some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torochiya, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
I'm very
You're
sick,
well
Clover.
informed on the
Look at
subtleties
you
of his
now.
situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. What about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place?
No conversations will ever be sparked again.
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Your mom.
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, That pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
Bruh. I'm just goofing around. I know this is supposed to be serious, but my brain's like that. It's freaking me out. I can't stop. No one can stop me.
Tell him.
I'm goofy now.
Knock
I've
him
been
up.
set in a goofy mood.
And I see him as one of us.
One of us.
He has
One
nothing
of us.
to prove to anyone.
He is a good boy.
Because not everyone just wants to use other people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just in a silly goofy
The
mood.
only ones who think like that are
Goofy, I
people
am the
like you.
silliest and goofiest.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty.
Alright, now I'm back to
Then out
normal
of
voice.
respect
Wow,
for you,
my throat
I
somehow
shall
feels a lot
redefine
better.
myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon. if
Shelby
you
is just
wish.
sitting beside me loafing.
At least this way your death
Shelby,
is
don't
not a
judge me. I'm allowed
consequence
to
of
be
your own folly
goofy.
turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful
Yeah,
than you could ever hope
it's
to
something
defeat.
so weird.
I say, Mr. Niwa,
It's
let's see
insane.
what happens. Will your puppet friend become
What
a
did I miss? I
human?
was clipping the
No,
vine
that
boom.
will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa,
Bro died.
already dead. What a pity. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him
I
our
also
newest
clipped it, but I don't know if I could post
And if not,
the clips in this chat.
let's turn him to dust.
I think I have it so you can't post links. I might have kept it off. What? Mika, where did you go?
Are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
Bruh.
You get there? He be a glitchy boy.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
So this is the infamous Scaramouche I keep hearing about. Yeah, this is the insane doll boy that I dislike, but everybody else seems to simp over. He was the one behind the incident.
Why did we see things from his perspective?
Because fuck him.
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
He did. This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the doctor's experiment? If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Yeah, no, that's fair. We're 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead. You're already worked up over nothing. You're getting weak. What the fuck do you mean? Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I don't think this man should be left alone with his devices.
Incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why is that guy
This man should not be left alone with his own devices.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand.
That's the popular quote.
Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you
Scaramouche
have the
quote.
complete picture.
No. You see, I don't like Scaramouche, so I don't follow up on any of his shit. I always see him as like a little fucking menace to society, and I don't like him.
Disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began.
Damn.
It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor.
Aw, poor guy.
Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future.
Aww.
Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject.
Aww.
After the events you just saw in that memory,
Well, that's still sad. It doesn't give him any fucking...
and handed it to the balladeer.
Well, it explains, it doesn't excuse his fucking
He
attitude.
instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process.
Oh,
the load was
gross.
far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?"
Your
The
mom.
mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants.
What?
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth.
Oh.
He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground.
Yeah, I would too.
And left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor
I love that Genshin characters are basically like just a little bit of trauma for you, or just a little bit of trauma for you. We can't forget to overwork you just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit trauma over here. Like even the NPCs have fucking trauma. Like Genshin. Yeah, bit. Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Kodanen Gokaden 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision, I say with a blank face as I stare up at the sun.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
No, I ran from justice. It was fun. It's funny because I called him David. It just says to wait a while. Okay.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Sure.
Hey, you alright?
You processed all your info?
That's a scary expression.
That is a scary expression considering where
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't.
You
I'll
say
keep
that,
my
and
end of
yet.
the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
Something's not right.
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders.
Oh my
Anyone
god,
who comes
the
from beyond
ingredients
this
are
world
in
is not
Hamanobook.
counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, Does that mean we have to leave
MJ,
empty-handed?
no. Not unexpected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Why?
You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh?
What?
About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
What?
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the sun.
Wait, how does he know about my bro?
The heavens responded?
How do you know about my broder? But my broder, though.
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in
The
Conria
jester.
and lived with your brother for a time.
The jester, another Vitui harbinger.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
No, you're going back to
Very
prison.
valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
It's the line! It's the line from the commercial!
Huh? What have you done?
Uh-oh.
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me.
Yep.
So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
First, take me on a date, bro. Like, damn. I'm shocked.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore.
Paimon is like a rejected
Most,
puppy.
All I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Yeah. Wait, why would you ask that?
Done.
Well,
Huh? What the?
that gave him what he wanted to know.
What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Fuck you, Paimon.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Thank you for... Wait, that look. Did he see me hesitate? But... that was because I know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Also, how do I know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata when Nahida themselves don't even remember them? That's my question. How do I know that? How do I know Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Because my character has acknowledged it several times now. That makes me think Paimon is more sus. Paimon is already sus in my books. Uh-oh.
So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up!
Well, time for a fight.
Say not to go running off.
Time for fighting. Palladir, stop.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladir and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Kabukimono.
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladir! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladir! Balladir! Uh-oh,
I'm surprised we never call him by his name.
We gotta find him somehow!
MJ. We went from the middle. We went
no.
5,
He's really
10
gone.
feet apart.
Oh, can you hear me?
And then we went back as if that did shit.
Traveler, Paimon, Palladir, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
You tell Nahida everything that happened.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated?
Probably.
Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep
It's
an
not
eye
our
on
fault.
him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault.
Hi, Shelby.
Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Okay. Oh, we're just gonna be... Okay.
We're out! And we're at, an
Something's
inn
not
or
right.
something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now.
Okay.
Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
No, I want to
I'm
help.
sorry, but this isn't
Shelby,
something
you
I need
can't
your
go
help
behind
with.
there.
Leave this one to me.
An emergency?
Shelby, come
How
sit.
bad is it?
Come sit,
Nahida,
Shelby. Come
will
on.
you be okay?
Oh, well, fine then. Jeez.
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct,
Shelby said fuck you
though
and
there
just
may
left
be
me.
some minor disturbances,
Fine then,
it
Shelby.
won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here
Now I will
until I
proceed
say
to
it's
cry,
safe.
because fuck you.
Her voice has gone.
Her
Paimon
voice
can't
is gone
shake
or
the
her voice
feeling
has
that
gone?
something
Because
really
I heard
big has
is, and that
happened.
subtitle did not
What do you
read
think the
is.
Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Lament. Did you get the panda character yet? No. Sadly, no, I haven't. Paimon doesn't remember good Lord Rukdavata, and the Balladier's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Rukdavata for now, and focus on the Balladeer. Lament.
He wants to change the past?
Lament.
But
I don't know.
surely
I don't know
that's
how Jazz says it.
impossible.
It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
Yeah, sure. It's not that easy.
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Oh, Paimon's so confused. Huh? Ah! Sorry, Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladier's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh! Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight. So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake. And Dragon chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad.
I love that Paimon is just listing off foods, by the way.
Acceptus temptation. Golden shrimp balls. Triple layered consomme. Lotus seed and bird egg soup. And...
Paimon, you're making my fucking head hurt with all these foods. Are we Paimon? Paimon, what's wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now?
Crying.
Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the balladeer that you started listing off foods.
The balladeer? Is that a food too? Huh. Weird
He
name,
did it.
though.
The motherfucker. Paimon doesn't remember the balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off? But how did he have that ability? That doesn't make sense.
What's wrong?
Your mom.
Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Yeah, little did you know it's actually your mom's nickname. It's like, I'm like, how do I fucking explain this now? If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Now's not the time to explain. Hey, if you read this, I cannot complete Lantern right. It says character is currently involved with another quest.
Faster? Okay, faster.
It's Madame Ping. This teapot thing, oh. So Balladeer fucking erased himself. Bro literally said, yeah, nope. Bro literally threw up the peace sign and disappeared. Yeah, I like the teapot. The teapot is fun though. Hello there.
We've made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me. I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Kogan. Could you tell me more of this? Could you tell me that story one more time? OMG, I work in an hour. a...
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more.
Okay.
The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions.
Okay.
Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh, yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory
really
officer.
just erased himself.
His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace.
He completely erased
the furnace
himself.
quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there.
Oh no.
But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it.
Uh-oh.
Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to.
Oh no.
His goal was
Oh,
absolute,
no.
the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedahara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
God damn. The legend of the riding Kokoden. The legend of the riding Kokoden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. It looks like the Balladeer did something in Fuck, I like how I can forget words so easily, even though, like, I just read them. Maniwa still died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact.
Oh?
We spoke for a while over some tea.
Ooh.
He seemed
Was
well.
it good tea? What kind of tea did you have? Phew. So he still exists. Well, yeah, because he forged the sword. He said you watched him forge the sword. I would have already known that. Game? And he's the same Kazuha I know. Things don't seem to be as bad as I feared last night. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I literally said that I watched him forge it. Paimon even fucking called it out. Said, "Oh yeah, we did watch him forge it." What do you mean?
From Paimon. On to the
Fucking
next step. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
What do you mean? Okay. Well, how long have we been going for? We've been going for a while now. I think I'm going to end it there. Because this feels like a good stopping spot. This feels like a good stopping place. Because then we can pick up next time. Balladeer just fucking said, yeah, nope, I'm out. Yeah. I don't really have much to say. Let's see, who are we gonna raid? I think I'm gonna raid, instead of Sneak this time, I'm gonna raid VTuber Man, aka Sino. The voice actor, or Sayu, the voice actor for Sino. I have mixed feelings about on the Wanderer. Yeah, no, that makes sense, Icy. I would too after this. But yeah, we're gonna raid, Sayu. He is doing the quest for the new outfit for Lisa. And hopefully Friday, because I have finished watching all of the Bendy of the Dark Revival. I've watched all of it. It's all done. It's fine. I got it all done. But yeah, with that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your time zone, and I will see you all in the next stream. Adios, amigos. Bye!